Yesterday was Thursday, July 24th, 2025, and it was an international day of fasting. And it's something that I heard about, got to know about through the Palestinian youth movement Instagram uh, accounts that I follow. And the intention was to fast to stand in solidarity with the Palestinians in Gaza who are being intentionally starved by the Israeli government. Um, I wake up every morning and I usually sit down and I do morning pages from Julia Cameron's The Artist's Way. They are not only have they saved my life, they saved my art, and they just help me tap into an honesty. So this is not really something you're supposed to do to read them, but this is what I wrote today. Friday, July 25th, 2025. Wow, yesterday was really interesting. Here are some takeaways. Number one, even though at the end of the day I ate, I am still hungry. When I ate, it almost felt like my body didn't know exactly what to do with the food. My stomach moved in ways that felt unfamiliar. She made sounds I don't think I've heard before. Even though I'd eaten, being hungry for that amount of time didn't fix the fact that I was hungry for that amount of time. And I only went 24 hours without food. Um, Number two, I thought about it all day, um, being Palestine. I wore my keffiyeh and I was the only one I saw that day wearing one. This makes me know that I have to wear it more. And yesterday, I happened to be sitting in the house of one of the biggest theaters in North America. It's a big, beautiful 1,800 seat house. It wasn't fuller than half capacity, but still. I bring this up because I was still among hundreds and hundreds of people. Now, did I lay eyes on every single one of them? No, but still, my keffiyeh was the only one I saw, which makes me certain that I have to wear it again today and that I have to wear it again tomorrow. Number three, so many people agree with me that this shouldn't be happening, that what the government of Israel is doing, this genocide against Palestinians, is unconscionable. The general sentiment of everyone I spoke to was this is horrible, this is wrong. Our governments and our representatives know that we don't want this. We've been asking and demanding that they stop supporting Israel, that they find a route towards supporting sanctions and a ceasefire. But the people we voted in are, number one, like they are listening, and number two, they don't care. I used to think that, oh, they're not listening. Like I think they know exactly what we're saying. I just don't think a lot of people care or are deciding to care. In the conversations that I had with people, there was a shared sense of confusion. Um, I deeply hesitate to use the word powerlessness because I do not like to subscribe to the idea that we are powerless. I think that we are strong, and I think that these conversations and advocacy are part of a momentum that is making an impact, that is fucking with their shit, that is disrupting and complicating the Israeli government's genocidal plans, as well as our governments or any other governments who support this, which is most of all of the Western nations. I don't think that our solidarity, our prayers in private and public, our pot banging or marching or writing or boycotting and divesting or student encampmenting is for nothing. We are not powerless, not in the slightest. However, we are up against such an energy and such an entity that has an intention that is so evil, so focused, so sharp. And every single second, like we are losing babies, babies, babies. And of course, our intention is to save, excuse me, intention is to save and advocate for these babies. We feel our failure when we see our demands being ignored, the death toll rising, the count of babies who came to this earth just to leave shortly thereafter, and we feel powerless. And I know in my brain, I know we are not. And also, that is exactly how I feel. I feel powerless. The fast yesterday was such a gift because, A, it just was such a reminder of my privilege. But it was such a gift because I felt like it somehow helped me integrate as a person. For months, I have really compartmentalized my pain about Gaza. I went from signing petitions every week and going to protests anytime that my schedule allowed. And I remember at the end of October, the famous October 7th that everyone talks about, I remember those couple months afterwards dreaming of bombs going off in my quiet neighborhood in East York, Toronto. The sound of the sky opening with a violent crack, the building shaking, my concrete ceiling shattering into pieces. The concrete is just about to fall on me and crush me, or even worse, crush only parts of me before I wake up. I feel like I have nothing to complain about in my own life at the moment. Nothing really. Not really. Integrating Gaza intentionally into my body, into my belly was and is painful, and it's such a gift. I ate my meal at midnight and I could only handle a small portion. I wept 2 times before bed. I woke up this morning and cried while I did my dishes. I thank God for the tears and that my body is, for the first time in a long time, trusting me, that it trusted me and allowed me to cry and to feel everything that it's been carrying that I have not, for whatever reasons, accessed or been able to access. I felt hopeless and I cried some more. Then I listened to a podcast called Soul Sessions, hosted by Ayanda Stood. She spoke about making what seems like a very tender and triumphant return to her native language, isiZulu. She spoke about the shame of relearning your own language, which is a sentiment I know all too well. She spoke beautifully about the way that the language protects itself. She was generous enough to share that her ancestors told her that what really matters the most is that she's trying, that they see her trying. She also encouraged her listeners to reach for connection over perfection, which is what I am practicing and sharing this with you like this here and now. I was hungry and then I ate, but then the food wasn't enough. I still feel hungry and I am still hungry. Ayanda Stood shared a sentiment that when she puts an offering out, that she and we don't know who the message is for, which 3 words need to reach the person they need to reach. So put the message out there anyway. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to connect. And may that connection come from a place within us that is real, that is vulnerable, that is honest, that is imperfect. Still searching, but that's okay. May it come as it is. May I come as I am. May I take less breaks from the truth of my body. May I thank my body for holding me the next time that I will do that again. May I never forget this feeling of hunger. May I think of the babies of Palestine and the babies of Sudan and the babies of Congo, which I acknowledge that I find so much harder to talk about those babies, the Sudanese and the Congolese babies, because they look exactly like me. And still, may I cry every day if that's what it means to be honest and in solidarity and connected. May those of us who agree on this, which is most of us, I truly believe that, may we love and take care of ourselves and each other and embody the truth that we are not powerless and that our our efforts are not for nothing, even though they are not yielding the results we want as fast as we want. May we cry together and hold each other and laugh together and pray together. May we live our daily lives like a prayer. And may we, who are not in Gaza or Sudan or Congo or wherever, take the utmost inspiration from our mothers and fathers and grandparents and siblings and cousins and friends and children who are all ours, because they are. May we take the utmost inspiration, feels like a funny word, but it's the best I have right now. May we take the inspiration from them to keep pushing and keep going. May we honor their momentum by keeping our own and continuing to show up and speak and advocate and hold space and honor and grieve and wrestle and shout. May the way that we show up to our romantic relationships, our train rides, our workplaces be a constant embodiment of our deep prayer. I go back to my first reflection about yesterday and the words, even though I ate, I am still hungry. Even though I ate, I am still hungry. Even though I ate, I am still hungry. May we continue to pray even when we don't yet hear the answer.